The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today on today's Entrepreneur. And I have some cool hosts in the building. They're going to talk to us a little bit about the best practices for you to take care of yourself. We live in a busy environment where accidents tend to happen. And, it could be something as simple as, but I missed that light, or I didn't put on the brakes the right way, or I was rushing to get to work. It wasn't my fault. Well, you know what? It's always good to have somebody standing there to fight for your rights and help you out if this does happen to you. Accidents here in Houston, traffic it's really bad. So we'll give the mic over to Mehboob Law Firm, PLLC, Mr. Attorney Mohammed Ali Mehboob. And we have David Sanders.
Hello, everyone. Hey, everybody. Thank you for having us out.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming out. And more than anything, to educate. I think that there's a lot of people that are always in a rush. I've had an incident a couple of weeks ago where I kind of, I was coming off the feeder on 45. And right when you're about to turn to the right and yield onto the traffic on 249, this car behind me thought I was going to take it, and I didn't, because there was another car coming on 249, and bump, hit me. Now, it wasn't a bad hit, thank goodness. It was more like a little tap, but I did feel the impact. My body shook inside. So then I said, you know what? Let me see what happened. I get out the car. And I don't know, is that the right way to do it? No. Do you get out the car? Do you not get out the car? I mean, I thought I did the right thing. I got out the car. I got scared, but I got out the car. Checked on my car, took pictures of my car. And that was, to me, I think the best way I could have handled it. I felt okay. I felt the jerk, but I didn't feel that bad. That's pretty much how I kind of handled it. I took the pictures on the scene. The people behind us, I should have gotten their information. I didn't because it was actually a big 18-wheeler, and he was honking me out the way, like, hey, you're not really doing much. Yeah. So is there anything that maybe you can help us here that are listening?
Yeah, you did the right thing with getting pictures. I mean, it's an information battle. You're at some point with the current state of insurance companies, you're going to have to prove your claim, prove your case. And so, yeah, if you're able to get out of the car, that's the first thing. You said you were shaken up, you felt a little bit.
Very.
And it's a traumatic thing. I mean, as you can tell us, I'm sure. But yeah, if you're able to, if you're really hurt badly, obviously don't stay put, wait for an ambulance. If you're able to call 911, do so. But yeah, if you're able to get out, document everything, get pictures. And the number one thing that we see that people don't do well enough is really, if there are any witnesses around, go stop them and make them give you their information. Because it's, I think we talked about earlier, it's at some point it probably will turn into a word versus word. And insurance companies don't, they haven't gotten as rich as they are by just handing out money. They're going to do what they can to hold on to that money because they're a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, but that was the right thing to do if you're able to get out, is to document, get all the pictures you can of the scene, the cars, the insurance information, driver's license, any injuries you have, document everything there at the scene. And that's because you only have a few moments there to do that. And call the police if you can, to have them come out and document everything, because they'll get information on their crash report that will be integral later on to your claim. And if you try to do it after the fact, you may not be able to get a crash report. You may not be able to get the information you need to present your claim, or to go after the at-fault driver if you need to. And so, yeah, you did the right thing with regard to that. The other thing is, if you feel something, you never know how bad it could be or what it could be, is to go get checked out. right away, to make
So
sure.
I should have called 911 and had the cops get there. Then in that case, right?
Ideally, if you felt like you might be hurt and you felt like it was a pretty big impact, but your nerves are going and you're just trying to make sure you're okay, and everybody's acting like they're in a hurry, and everything goes so fast.
Would you like to add anything to that?
Yeah,
Mr.
I
Ali?
think calling 911 would be the
the best
first
way,
thing.
the first thing to
Like
do.
right when it happens, just call 911 because you don't know who could be hurt. You're hurt, and somebody else could be even hurt even more. So.
And that's the thing that, like, she kind of fed off my pressure, I think, when we were talking, because she's like, oh, I have a little girl, and she's really sick, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm kind of running because I have to go and pick her up, or she was already late for work. I didn't, she was just rambling and going through things that she really needed to get out the way. Another thing that wasn't very helpful was that I had an 18-wheeler behind me honking his horn the whole time, making it really annoying for me to even be able to conversate with her or get the information that I needed. And I immediately went over and told her, please send me your, let me see your driver's license, let me see your passport or something, give me something, your insurance. So that's definitely also good, right? To gather all that information on the spot.
Yeah, it's, I would say calling 911 would be a very first step, the best action to do. Even I got into an accident, and the guy that was the other driver, he was like in my face, almost trying to assault me.
Oh no!
So like if you call the police, I mean, it's gonna calm them down, and it'll also benefit you. Just in case,
I'd say even if you have to wait, if you don't have, unless you just have to be somewhere, even if you have to wait for the police to show up, say, I'll wait, because you really want that official crash report documenting everything there at the scene, and leave your car there at the scene until they get there if you can, absolutely.
Yeah. What I also could say is that I had another incident where, like he said, the I see you making that face like, wow, how many accidents have you been? That's funny. No,
hey, when you live in this area, it's common to get involved in some accidents. Yeah.
No, but that situation was also horrible because the wrecker was there, and the wrecker was like, I guess, the wrecker was being nice, and he was trying to hand me the phone because my phone completely just flew and shattered into a million pieces, and I did not want to go over there to talk to the other party to tell her, hey, can I use your phone? So, of course, I had to find somebody to give me the phone, and it ended up being the wrecker. The wrecker was being nice, gave me his phone, so I could go ahead and call the family and tell them, hey, I'm all right. I'm just, hanging out here, making sure I'm okay and getting out the way. And, well, the other party's mother and father came at me. Like, they were actually going towards the wrecker, and I said, why are you giving her the phone? Are you here to pick up my car and my daughter's car, or are you here to help her? I was like, are you serious? Like, really? Your daughter hit me? I didn't hit your daughter.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So that's why, again, call the police.
Emotions run high,
Yes, because you never know what kind of people might just, go forward and get your information on top of that.
Yeah.
Because they do have, when the police or, the police report is done, they get a copy and then you get a copy. And then there goes your first name, last name, email address, or whatever other information they ask you on there. And, you don't know who you're dealing with. It might be a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's the sad part. So that way you get these guys to come out and fight for your right.
That's right.
There you go, put on the punching gloves. I love the logo, by the way. I told them I thought they were roses on the side. I said, do you need glasses? They're so cute. That's such a cool logo. So what made you think of that logo?
So, my name's Muhammad Ali Mehboob, and someone I look up to is Muhammad Ali the boxer.
Oh.
So, and, our slogan's, if you get hit back.
All right.
So that's how we incorporated that into it.
And what is the website that we can go ahead and start?
Website is mehbooblawfirm.com, spelled MEHBOOB, lawfirm.com. You can also send us an email at mehbooblawfirm@gmail.com. And our phone number is 832-858-0376.
Now, we have a lot of convenience with going with you because we have Mr. David Sanders, part of your team, and he has experience. He used to be an adjuster. Can we talk a little bit about your history just to kind of let the people know that you're in good hands with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So, I always felt like a protector as a kid, and like my mom was involved in a couple wrecks where I was in the car and I was the one calming everybody down and collecting information, all that stuff. Well, I ended up after college being an adjuster for a few years. I actually sold insurance, and I was an adjuster for a few years, like I said. So I knew insurance in and out. But as an adjuster, I would find ways to help people out, and it sort of document my file because I actually cared about people. And sometimes I ran me afoul of my superiors, so I was like, maybe I'm on the wrong side of things. So went to law school, ended up here, and now I use that, all the insights I learned then to fight them now. So I feel like I'm on the right side now. But
Definitely.
So-
Well, we need you out here. We need you out here fighting these crimes and these accidents out here. So what other different areas of the field are you also reaching out to?
Do you mean areas of law or?
Areas of law. Mhm.
Okay, so we also do estate planning, people that have been sued by credit card companies, defending them. We do criminal defense, commercial litigation. If you need contracts, drafting and negotiations, stuff like that.
Okay.
But one of our main areas is personal injury.
And can we know the two addresses that you are or can be located at?
Yeah, so our main office is at 318 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas, 77301. That's right in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse, literally like right across the street. And then we have a satellite office here in the Woodlands. It's at 10210 Grogan's Mill, the Woodlands, Texas 77380.
Awesome. And so we thank you again for coming out and letting us know where you are and how we can definitely get a hold of you guys. We definitely would like to see you here pretty soon again.
Yeah.
And if anything, do you want to give a special shout out to the schools that you came from?
Yes, I came from Sam Houston State University for my undergrad, and South Texas College of Law, Houston, in downtown Houston.
Ooh.
I'm a Fighting Texas Aggie class of 2008, and I also went to South Texas College of Law. And initial consultations are free. Reach out to us. We'd be glad to see at least point you in the right direction.
Awesome.
Thanks again for having us.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Appreciate
And
it.
you stay tuned. We're coming back.